ladies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you the process of how I tried finger coiling my hair for the first time, and how I got to this style right here, which is now my day 2 hair. I post hair-related content every Friday, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post. My hair is normally, I'd consider it to be mostly 2B and 2C, which is where most of my hair is just wavy, with some parts being tighter waves than others. And I always have a couple pieces that I consider to be 3A, which would be a couple pieces that do turn into actual curls where they could go around and around. Now most times they're very loose, and they normally sit right here over my ears. So I thought I'd give finger coiling a shot, to see if I could get some more uniformity in my hair and maybe some more defined curls. So without further ado, let's get on to the styling. Alright, so I just got out of the shower where I washed my hair with the Trelux Curl Renew and Restore, and then I conditioned and detangled my hair with the Trelux Untie the Knot, and then I also left it in because it's also formulated to be used as a leave-in. Now I'm just going to go ahead and comb through my hair and just take any tangles out. I think what I'm going to try is to give myself a middle part, and then hopefully one of the sides I can flip over to give myself some more volume. And now I have fairly low density hair, so I should be good getting away with 2 sections. I'm going to split off this top half. Now as my hair was sitting as I dried off and got dressed after the shower, it did dry up a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and use my spray bottle just to put a little more water in it. I'm going to get it to the point where it's pretty wet, but it's not actively dripping. I'm going to split it in half down the back so that I can bring all my hair out of the front, and I'm going to start applying product. I'm going to be using a curl cream and a gel. The cream I'm using today is the Trelux 4-in-1 Hydrating Cream. I'm going to take about that much, and rake it through. Now what I'm going to try this time is putting my curl cream in, then finger coiling, then applying the gel, and we'll see how that turns out, and I will probably try this again in the future and adjust my application technique. Now I'm going to give my hair a couple light scrunches just so I can see which curl clumps want to form and which directions they want to go. Now as you can see, they're already starting to clump and form in certain directions. So I'm going to take a clump that is naturally formed, and it's going in the clockwise direction, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to finger coil this one. So I finished this bottom left section with the curl cream and the finger coiling. And I'll try to show you here. Of course, my hair is dark, so it doesn't show up very well, but you can see some loose spirals all the way down to the bottom there. And now I'm going to apply my gel, which I'm going to use the Trelux High Definition Gel. And I'm just going to try to scrunch this in to give it some hold. And this is what this side is looking like right now. One of the problems I'm running into is that it seems like on a lot of my hairs, within each section, the top half will want to curl in a different way from the bottom half, which when you're finger coiling the whole strand, makes that kind of difficult because you can't pick one way to finger coil it. So I'm either picking the way that the majority of the hair strand goes, or I'm going to finger coil like the top half one way, and then I'll like hold this here and finger coil the other half the other way. Now that I've finished finger coiling each section and apply the gel, so now I'm going to go ahead and plot for about 15 to 20 minutes before I diffuse. Alright, so after pixie diffusing for about 10 more minutes, this is where we're at. Normally when I diffuse, I don't get much of a cast, but this time I actually have quite a strong cast, which is interesting. So it's not 100% dry, so I'm going to let it air dry and then I'll scrunch out that crunch. It's looking really shiny and defined, which is exciting. It looks like I won't be having a ton of volume on top, which I kind of expected, but we'll see when I scrunch it out and shake it out if I can get some volume on top. So after diffusing, I've just been air drying for the last hour and 10 minutes or so, and this is what it's looking like now. Everything is super defined and really, really shiny. I did get a crazy hard cast this time, which I don't normally get. So I'm going to go ahead and scrunch this out. Alright, so I have completely scrunched out the crunch. It actually came out really nicely, but I still have really amazing definition and almost no frizz. Because the other side, it's so shiny. I'm also going to show you guys day 2, see how this holds up. But first impressions, I'm very excited. I love the way it came out. The one downside to this is that it did take a lot of time, a lot longer than my usual styling. I would say it took maybe like 30 minutes to do my whole head, which I think if I did this more often it would go a lot quicker, just like anything else you do. The first time you try it, it's going to take a long time, and you're going to get more efficient with it. So I wouldn't let that be the only reason to stop you from trying this. Especially for me right now. I'm home from college with not much to do with COVID, so what else am I gonna do? I really like spending time on my hair and learning about it, and I enjoy the hair care process, so if I had the time, I might as well. Here, I'm gonna turn it around and I'll show you guys the back. And we'll see how this holds up later in the week. So today is day 2 of this wash day, and I just woke up, so my hair is looking a little crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it down from on top of my head right here, and I'm gonna see how it looks. I'm gonna try to give it a couple of shakes in the root, try to get some more volume in it. So I had like no volume yesterday. One thing I'm noticing is that I did use a lot of product in my hair, like accidentally, because my hair was drier than it is when I normally style it, because normally it's a little more dripping. And because I sectioned it, I ended up using more product in each section. Okay, let's see what we're working with. I have this one tiny short hair that I actually don't know why. I think I might have accidentally cut it at some point, and so it's just kind of sticking out. So I'm gonna see if I can cut it flip. Okay, so here we go. It's definitely a little frizzier than it was yesterday, but that's to be expected because it'll get frizzier each day. I'm still really happy with the amount of definition and the low frizz that I have. In person, my hair does look a little more product being weighed down than it does on camera, and I think that's just because of the amount of product I used, which I'm gonna keep in mind when I try this again. But we can see a lot of very defined curls over here, which I really do like. I'll show you guys the back. There is that gap in the middle back top area where there's not as much product or curl, which is probably because of the way I split it in half and brought it around, that just in each section that part didn't get hit as easily because it's all the way in the back. Whereas normally if I'm scrunching side to side and upside down, you kind of get all around better. But overall, this was a very fun experiment. I enjoyed doing it and I enjoyed the results. So go ahead and leave me a comment if you've ever tried this and how it worked on your hair, or if you want to try it, let me know. As well as let me know any other things you'd want to see me try, or topics that you'd want me to make a video about. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.